Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Another episode of Fandom Fights. This is going to be an interesting one. We got half of the current Fandom Fights teams champions, David Garcia, going up against half of the former Fandom Fights teams champions, Jake Meltzer. This is going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this one. Nick is here to call this one with me. Nick, how are you? And you look like you're a little sleepy. You doing all right?
Doing all right. It is a David Garcia match. Therefore, the sun is right about in my face at this time of the day. But I'm excited to be here. It's going to be fun. You only scratched the surface, Tim. Not only that, the last singles match that Jake played was against Joe, where he lost. And the last singles match that David played was against Robert, where he lost. Both of those two people are now back here to manage them. And not to mention, the two played each other in a contenders match, a team contenders match earlier this season. So there is already quite a storied history between these two teams. And one of them didn't even exist a year ago today.
So when you make the schedule, you're just sitting there like an evil genius. Like,
damn, I'm like, make them play again.
All right. Well, this is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. All the people here on this call, really talented players in this league. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So let's go check it out right now with the promos.
Apparently, I bring the joy of sunlight to Nick Twig's room when I play a match.
You bring the joy of sunlight to fandom in general. How you doing, champ?
I'm doing great, champ. How are you? Double belted, actually. That's super nice.
Yeah, and there's only one. Like with the Onslaught Geek belt, there's only one person I want to lose it to, so that's why you're going to come away with the win today.
Yeah.
We've done the hard part. We've played our team's title match. Now it's time. You've had time to relax, which we always play better when we're relaxed. Anyway. You know you've got this. I don't need to say much else, do I?
I actually it's great playing against the dummies, because we have a bit of a rivalry going, and I don't really care if I lose, because I know you will come back and even out the score because they cannot beat you. That's like a thing. So I am not worried about the rivalry going in their favor, because I know it's going to even out sooner or later. But again, it's going to be really weird having one of those, oh shit, I have no idea, without having you in my ears telling me it's this. That's really nice when we play together. But yeah, I have never played Jake. It was the only combination of dummies versus Wookiees matches that we had to do. And I'm really, really excited about it. I am not prepared for this match. I just hope that the studying I did for the title match carries over. But hey, last time I was here, I cried. Today I'm going to make my opponent cry. So yeah. Buy our shit.
That's good fighting talk. Buy our shit.
Well, Jake, somebody was coming here at work today, so I decided my managerial expertise, I'm bringing my briefcase because it's work today. It's work today from the perspective that you're going to do some work on one David Garcia, and we're coming home with a victory. How are you feeling today?
Yeah, I can only hope to follow in your footsteps and also beat David. So a little behind the scenes. At the end of last season, I made it known to some people that I was thinking about taking a step back from fandom singles. I was burnt out. I wanted a break. Then that match against Wookiee Mistake happened.
Yep.
And I blew that Star Trek question. And I took some time to grieve, to heal. And then I messaged Nick, and I was like, I don't want to take a break from fandom singles anymore. I need to get out there. I need to redeem myself. And I get to redeem myself a little sooner than I thought, because I get to play David. And yet another, as he mentioned, the final dummies Wookiee Mistake permutation that has yet to happen. And I am so excited for this match. I know what I'm up against. I know David is a champion here and elsewhere in the geek realm. This is what he does. Me, I am a mere interloper in this division who has stumbled into some good fortune. But I have also put in some work to try and get to the level where I feel like I can beat David. And I think I am there today. And I am ready to go. I am ready to win this match, as much as people may think I don't have a chance. But I do. I believe. So I'm ready to do this, teammate.
Let's see if that
Kick some
fancy
ass.
footwork you learned in LA is coming to pay off here.
Let's do it.
Nick, interesting promos. I like the attitude from both these guys. I liked the line from David. Last time I was here, I cried, and I'm gonna make my opponent cry. That made me laugh. But I like the moxie and everything from Jake, saying I was gonna take a break, but no, I'm doing this. I'm coming back in, and I'm gonna win this match. I love it. What do you think?
Yeah, I just love the saga of these four people. And this is an exciting entry into that saga. I'm sure there'll be more in the future as they are destined to do this dance forever. But let's see how today goes.
All right, well, let's get into it with round number 1. Nick, how does round number 1 work?
Well, you should know by now, Tim, but okay. Round number 1 is going to work like this. You're going to get 10 questions in the round of fandom fights. You have 15 seconds to write down your answer, and at the end of 15 seconds, we will say pens down. You will then reveal your answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece, and should any player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, you will receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Are there any questions? All right.
Cool. All right. Nick, you want to hit us with that first question?
Sure thing. The first question comes in the category of Worlds of DC. How many Suicide Squad members who fly by chopper into the city are killed throughout 2016's Suicide Squad?
Have you ever flown in a helicopter?
I don't think so.
I've been inside of a helicopter, but it was not flying. My mom, when she used to work at the hospital, she was like the Flight for Life, one of those.
Yeah.
And so we got to see the helicopter. It was cool.
That's cool.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
2.
And Jake.
I think it was just Diablo. I said 1.
2 is the correct answer. We were looking for 2. Slipknot and Diablo are the 2 characters.
Hold on. Can I bring in Robert for a second?
You can. That's what I meant.
So what I thought that was this when did he die before they went to Midway City, or was
No,
it
he was walking in the alley and he's trying to shimmy up the building and
Okay, then I misremembered. That's fine.
Yeah, no.
All right. Never mind.
We
Just
should
want to
count.
talk it out.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
All right. Well, then David will take the 1-0 lead as we get into the next question, which is in the category of Alien versus Predator. In Prometheus, after Charlie Holloway becomes infected, he forces Vickers to kill him by doing what? I really like this movie. A lot of people are kind of meh on it. I'm a fan.
It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen.
I remember seeing it in the theater and everyone being like, it wasn't alien enough, but I like it as just like a cool sci-fi movie.
I think it's fine. Yeah, sure.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
Shoot him with a flamethrower.
and David.
Using a flamethrower / burn him.
We can accept both answers. That is correct. Nick, what is next?
Next question will come in the category of Disney live action. And the question is, Ben Barnes plays the title character in which Disney live action sci-fi fantasy film?
Speaking of fantasy films, last night I had the pleasure of watching The King's Daughter, a new release film. It was one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Apparently it was shot in 2014 and shelved until now. So 5, 4. So you know it's good then. 2, 1. Pens down. David, we'll start with you.
Chronicles of Narnia, Prince Caspian.
And Jake.
The Chronic What Calls of Narnia, Prince Caspian.
Both are correct. All right, guys, your next question is going to come from the category of Wizarding World. Harry is on trial for doing what at the beginning of Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix? We will take a general answer. Yeah.
I have a hood on.
General answer. Oh my goodness. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
I mean, it's like just using magic like outside of school.
And we'll go to David.
Using magic outside of school in front of a mag.
I'd be okay with taking both of those answers. I mean, you said general.
Sure, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said general. That's why.
Yeah, so I'm cool with taking both of those. So
Can
Dave,
I, for a second, just want to talk about with Joe?
yeah, bring in Joe.
They did say general, but what do you think? Like,
Well, I was going to say bring me in because I think using magic is
it's too
that's
general.
not the offense. I think that might be too general. The actual offense is using magic in front of. In my opinion, general would be whether it was what the exact spell was, being a Patronus charm. But I think in this case, yeah, I think the challenge might be worth it if you think so.
Yeah, so I think our challenge, we are going to challenge because even
We'll be right back after this challenge.
All right, we are back from the challenge. Here's what we decided. We did say general answer. However, there's not enough information. It's too muddy. It's too muddy. And both arguments were fantastic. It was hard to justify giving it to Jake, but also not giving it to Jake. So what we decided is to scrap the question, and we are going to be giving a new question. David will retain his challenge. He will not lose his challenge here, and we are just going to give a new question. So the score is 3-2, and a new question in the category of the Wizarding World, which is as follows. In Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, Part 1, when the head snatcher can't see Hermione behind her enchantments, why specifically does he briefly stop and suspect someone is there?
Ask for specifics this time.
Yes, that's my
Because I read the question and I laughed. Excuse me. Do you want to host? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
I'm actually not sure if I'm right. I'm probably not. But I think he heard her step on a branch.
David.
He smells her perfume.
David is correct. He smells her perfume is correct. So David will take the 4-2 lead. What's next, Nick?
Your next question will come in the category of Fandom Quotes. And the question is, which Marvel villain said the quote, "He misses his family and he wants to die. He's asking for help, so let's help him"?
Helping people is nice.
Not in this context.
Not in this context. Maggie just helped Bucky by cleaning his ears. Only one ear, apparently, is the only how far we got. 5.
It's gonna be like falling over
3,
on one side now.
2, 1.
Repeat the question.
All right, Jake using his first repeat.
The question again. Which Marvel villain said the quote, "He misses his family and he wants to die. He's asking for help, so let's help him"? And David, can we just get the other on it? Okay, cool. Thanks.
Where is Wells Beach? Maine. Where the lobster's made.
Well, no.
No.
It's where they catch them and then they do stuff.
They're probably made nearby.
In the ocean.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Let's go to David.
I went deep. Selena?
And Jake.
I said Carnage.
Both incorrect. We were looking for Howard Saint. Howard Saint.
Oh.
Okay.
Your next question is going to come from the category of scores and soundtracks. Which Dean Martin song is played in the prison to notify Ethan to escape in Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol? This movie is a good time.
So if you are on the beach and you just step into the water, you're not in the country anymore.
Depending on which beach you're at, if I go into Lake Michigan, I feel like I'm still in the water, or still in the country. But I mean, 5.
It doesn't really count. Also depends what side of Lake Michigan.
One, hands down. That's true, actually. Let's go to Jake.
This could get dicey. Ain't that a kick in the head?
Right.
And David.
This is not Dean Martin, my way.
That's nice.
Jake,
I
Jake
know.
is correct.
But no question mark. So no, I'm just kidding.
Jake is correct. He closes the gap a little bit, 4-3. What's next?
Your next question comes in the category of horror icons. What specifically does Michael use to kill his nurse while he is still a child in Rob Zombie's Halloween?
Rob Zombies.
Rob Zombie.
Rob Zombies Halloween.
Rob Zombies.
What would you do if just like tomorrow, like we got the news that the new Halloween movie was canceled and they were redoing where Rob Zombie was coming back and doing Halloween 3? What would you do?
Probably wouldn't change my life in any way, really. I'd be like, okay,
3,
bye.
2, 1. Pens down. Maggie, you can't be in the match. Jeez. Let's go. You can't play. You're retired. Let's go to David.
A plastic knife?
And Jake.
I said a scalpel.
Both incorrect. We're looking for a fork.
Oh, damn it.
Different type of utensil. All right. Guys, your next question is going to be in the category of Disney animation. Which Disney animated film features the main villain fighting off a pack of alligators before falling over a waterfall? Waterfalls, yay or nay?
In what context?
I don't know.
Do you know if you took one step into Niagara Falls, not in the country anymore, and you're probably dead because, you know, whoosh.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake
The Rescuers?
and David.
The Rescuers Down Under?
The Rescuers Down Under. Correct answer. So,
I knew they were good alligators in this. I didn't know they were also.
So, David will get that point. That's a rough one. What's next?
I hate everything in my life right now. Please continue.
Your penultimate question of round number 1 will come in the category of DreamWorks animation. Who voices Poppy's friend Biggie in both Trolls films?
Imagine being named Biggie.
Oh,
What about Little E?
Literally. Oh, that one's a knee slapper there, Nick.
You're sincere.
5. What?
You're being very sincere right now.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to David.
I hope I'm not mistaken my late night. James Corden?
And Jake.
Damn it. I said a different British comedian. I said Russell Brand.
Both are in the movie, but James Corden is the correct answer.
Well, this has gone great, guys.
We're going to get into the final question of the round, which is in the category of Middle Earth. In the Fellowship of the Ring, who defeats Sauron by cutting off his hand and the ring along with it? Would you march against the armies of Sauron and then the slopes of Mount Doom fight for the freedom of Middle Earth?
I don't know. What day and time? Might be busy.
Sometime in the, I don't know, man. I don't know. 5, 4.
The likelihood that I'd be free at that moment is probably something to say no for now.
Hands down. Jake.
Isildur.
And David.
Only if somebody said for Frodo before. Isildur.
Isildur is correct. So we end round number 1 with David in the 7 to Jake 4. Is that what you have, Nick?
Yep.
Okay. David has all 3 repeats remaining. Jake has 2. Both challenges are intact as we get into the next round number 2. Here's how it's going to work. It's the wheel round. We're going to bring up the wheel from wheeldecide.com. Each player is going to have a chance to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it, or they can choose to spin again, but they have to keep whatever they spin the second time. Each question is worth 2 points apiece. Unless you check the multiple choice, then it'll be worth only 1 point, and stealing is available in this round, so be on the lookout. The categories on today's wheel are James Bond, Alien vs. Predator, horror icons, Disney live action, Star Wars, Pixar, Marvel, and Worlds of DC. And of course, spinners and opponent's choice. So, David, you are in the lead. Would you like to spin first or defer to Jake?
David, this one's on you. I apologize. I'm leaving work now, so it's going to get loud. But David, it's on you. You know what I like to do. I always say spin first, but do you want to take something off? Make yourself a little bit more comfortable?
I actually think, considering I have some lead, I should probably go first to try and get one of the ones that don't bother me too much.
I like it. Do it.
Okay.
Let's spin.
So this is going to be the spin for David. Today's wheel brought to you by, well, it went away. I don't know. Marry Me, now on Peacock. It lands on Star Wars. Keep it or spin again.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
I'll keep that, Tim. Thank you.
I am
unfucking believable.
So
Jesus fucking Christ.
Nick, you want to go ahead and give David his questions in Star Wars?
David, are you prepared for your questions in the category of Star Wars?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question. In which Star Wars film will you find a Hazian smelt necklace used by a thief to short-circuit a security system?
The Last Jedi.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. In The Empire Strikes Back, what is the name of the planet that is the home of Yoda?
Dagobah.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. Who plays Owen Lars in Attack of the Clones?
Joel Edgerton.
That is correct for 2 more points. Your penultimate question in Star Wars. What is the first name of Jyn Erso's mother in Rogue One, A Star Wars Story?
Lyra or Lyra. That
is for 2 points. Well, and David, your final question in Star Wars. In Return of the Jedi, what does Luke do using the Force that makes the Ewoks believe C-3PO is a god?
He levitates him while he's sitting in the chair.
We can accept that for 2 more points and a clean sweep of Star Wars.
All right, so David gets his total up to 17 as we bring in Mr. Kastner and the wheel for Jake's spin. So,
Jake, it's okay. We'll be fine. You're gonna kill this.
We talked about the odds of this happening before the match. It's like, what a fucking shocker.
Jake, World of DC. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
Are you fresh enough with this that you feel you could take it? There isn't really that much you'd be worried about from this point forward.
No, I think under normal circumstances, I probably would take it, but I need 10 for 10.
Yeah.
And I can get close. I don't know if I can get 10 for 10 in this.
Okay.
And what do you think, honestly?
If you don't feel that way and you feel that's what you need to do, then we should spin again and try to play the odds our way.
I mean, the way things have been going today, I'm not sure any category is going to get me 10 for 10, but I got to try. Yeah, let's spin again.
All right.
Okay.
Watch it be opponent's choice.
Here's what you are going to be stuck with. And it's another spin because it lands on Star Wars.
I would have got 10 for 10 in those, so yeah, sure, why not?
And it's another spin.
Oh my God!
Star Wars.
I just really wanted David to have the Star Wars and just keep going with it.
And you are stuck with Worlds of DC.
Cool. Use your repeats. You got it, buddy. I believe you.
Yeah.
All right, Jake. I will be giving you your questions in the category of Worlds of DC. Are you ready?
Yes.
Your first question. In which Worlds of DC film do the heroes find a clue by looking through the bottom of a bottle in the right direction? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
All right, there's your second repeat. In which Worlds of DC film do the heroes find a clue by looking through the bottom of a bottle in the right direction?
It's making me think about the rescuers, if I'm being honest. Yeah, fuck. I really want to go for it, but I have to go multiple.
All right. Your options are A, Wonder Woman 1984, B, Aquaman, C, Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice, or D, Justice League.
Oh, I'm an idiot. Aquaman.
That is correct for 1 point. Not the idiot part, but the part about you correct on the question.
Today, I don't know. We'll see.
All right, Jake, your second question. In Wonder Woman, what rank in the military is Steve Trevor?
Captain.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question in Worlds of DC. Ella J. Basco plays which character in Birds of Prey?
Cassandra Cain.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What specific type of weapon does a fallen Suicide Squad member give to Harley, which she uses throughout the events of 2021's The Suicide Squad?
A javelin.
That is correct for 2 points.
Almost
and your final question in the category of Worlds of DC. How many blood-related or adopted family members of Clark's die in Man of Steel? Five, 4,
3.
That is correct for 2 points. So a clean sweep of World of DC gets Jake up to 13 to David 17. Is that what you have?
Correct.
All right, we're going to move into the betting round. Here's how this is going to work. We are going to say a category. Then the players are going to have to decide whether they want to bet 0, 1, or 2 on the question. If they get the question right, they will gain those points. If they get the question wrong, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have run out of questions. Jake, you have 1 repeat remaining. David, you have all 3, both challenges intact. Any questions from the competitors? If there are no questions, then we will move over to the round. And your first question is going to come in the category of DC. Let's get bets starting with Jake.
1.
All right, and David.
1.
All right. Question in the category of DC. Can't put the faces on these people when I read the question. The question is, who plays Talia al Ghul in The Dark Knight Rises?
Yeah, I should have bet 2. I don't know.
It's an actress question, though.
That's why I should have bet 2.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't like.
I had 2 written down, and then I did the thing where I did last time.
Don't want to show my hand too much, but yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking the whole time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Jake.
Marion Cotillard.
And David.
Marion Cotillard.
Both are correct. So David will gain 1 point, bring his total up to 18. Jake earns 1 point, going up to 14. It is still a 4-point game. Nick, what's the next category?
The next category is the Worlds of DC.
David, let's get a bet starting with you.
2.
And Jake.
2.
All right. Nick, what is the question in Worlds of DC?
The question is, name one of Billy's foster parents in Shazam. We just need the first name.
What is your first name?
Tim.
You say Tim?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Nice.
You know what I hate, Tim? When we ask a question and then you say, hey, Nick, tell me some things that could potentially be the answer to this question.
Would we write it if it was Tim and Nick? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. The mother's name is Nick. Let's go to David.
Rosa.
And Jake.
Rosa.
Both correct. Both gaining 2 points. So Jake gets his total. David is at 20. As we get into the third category that you guys can bet points on, and it is the category of Oh, it's my favorite. It's Jimmy B. James.
There we go.
Jake, why don't we start with you first?
Yeah, I gotta go too.
And David.
Yeah, done.
All right. Let's hear the question in the category of James Bond. Your question is, which James Bond film features a chase scene in Madagascar at the beginning of the film? If Jake misses this question, I believe the game is over. If he hits it, we will move on to the next question.
Those are the two options, Tim.
Yes. I like to add the suspense mix. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with David, who bet 0.
I believe I have not seen this, so Octopussy.
And Jake.
Is it Casino Royale?
It is Casino Royale. So
Yeah.
Jake will gain those 2 points,
I have
making
seen
it
that.
a 2-point game now. I know why Nick is laughing. Let's go to the next question, which is what category, Nick?
The next category is the MCU.
David, let's get a bet starting with you.
2.
And Jake.
2.
All right, Nick, what's the question in the MCU?
The question is, what profession do Shang-Chi and Katie have at the beginning of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings?
Lots of questions about the beginning of films today. Primarily the last 2 questions.
I'm going to say I count 2. Go back.
Funnily enough, at the end of the match.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
Interesting.
Didn't ask any in there.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Jake
Valets.
and David.
Valet, the car parkers.
We can accept both of those. So we are moving on to the final question in what has been a barn burner. Jake making a comeback. It is 22-20. 1 question remaining. The category is, oh boy, it's a great one. Disney live action. All right, let's get bets starting with Jake.
See what happens. 2.
All right, and David.
I already hit 1 today in this category, so the 0.
All right, so here's how this is going to go. If Jake can hit this question, he will tie the game and we will go to sudden death. If he misses, the game will be David's. So the question in Disney live action is as follows. In Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, how specifically does the pirate lord Sao Fang die?
Huh.
Mention.
4, 3.
Repeat the question.
That is Jake's final repeat. Your question again. In Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, how specifically does the pirate lord Sao Fang die?
I watched those Herbie movies for nothing. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, Jake. We'll start with David, who bet 0.
Impaled by a ship's wood piece.
Oh, and Jake.
Yeah, no. Good game, David. I just said he was grabbed by the Kraken.
And your winner, David Garcia. The answer we were looking for was he is shot by a cannon. Shot by a cannon. So, not impaled by a wooden piece.
I think there's some like shrapnel in him, but yeah, he's like
that's like one of my favorite answers we've gotten that's been wrong in a while. Man, what'd you think of the match there, Nick?
Tim, great match. Absolutely, like fantastic from beginning to end. Jake mounting a really impressive comeback. David playing near perfect through rounds 1 and 2. So the fact that we got to this final question with the near possibility of sudden death was really impressive. Both players playing at the top of their game. Honestly, stop making the matches so fun, guys, and we'll stop making you play each other. That's pretty much what it boils down to.
That's fair. So Nick, why don't you take over post-match interviews, starting with Jake?
Sure thing. Jake, great job today. I'm going to say something that maybe people behind the scenes don't know, but most people probably know. You're balancing 2 divisions right now. And you're doing very well. You have both Warzone belts. I think that's something people often overlook and forget, and it's definitely not an easy thing to do to succeed in both simultaneously. You have done that, as we've seen. You've succeeded in Fandom, and you've succeeded in Warzone. But right now, maybe a little more focus put into Fandom would have won the match today versus the focus put into Warzone. But again, you're holding 2 belts. I don't think anyone can blame. You came this close. How you feeling?
You say that. I've spent the last 2 weeks trying to prep Fandom. Look where it got me. You saying I was playing at the top of my game is extremely flattering, considering that is the worst round 1 I have ever had. 4 points is frankly pathetic. And I guess this isn't to say, obviously I'm not that terrible, because the other 2 rounds I did a lot better. I just, again, it just came down to just a bad last category, and I might have had it, because if it had been going like it had been with the categories, this would be could be a different game, and I might have been able to pull this one out. But I think this match sort of showed where my ceiling is in Fandom, certainly individually. Like, I'm pretty good, but not good enough to be at like the top tier. And that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that, considering, like you mentioned, in Warzone, where I've had a lot of success lately. This isn't to say I don't want to keep playing in this division. I do, especially with somebody who I do think has that ceiling to be at that level, to be a championship player. Because it's really fun playing with Robert. And I loved having him in my corner today. I'm just sorry that I couldn't put on a better show, especially that round 1. But this is not to take away from David. David obviously is that caliber of player. He proved it today. He hit a couple I should have. I should have just written out more in that Wizarding World question, and I should have just written down under because it was in my head. He deserved to win this match from jump. And when he gets Star Wars, it's almost impossible to beat him. And I think that proved today. So, Robert, I don't know if you have anything to say, but I think I've said everything I got to say.
Nick, if you want to wrap it up, it's fine.
Sure. I'll just jump in and say, I think you're wrong. You just took the current team's champion to the last question, and you took the current singles and team's champion to sudden death at the end of last year. So I know you're a little down on yourself right now, but Jake, I do think you're at that. Personally, I think you're up at that level, even if you don't think you are. But that being said, I am looking forward to your next match. Great job today. We will see you next time in Fandom Quotes. As we bring in the winner today, your manager, he made like a jolting noise when in a footage that like we're gonna cut. So I don't know if he like got attacked. I don't think he did, but he's not backstage right now.
I don't know. He was in the uniform, so maybe anything can happen.
That being said, David, you played great. 7 in round 1, fantastic. Like Jake said, when you hit Star Wars, there's likely no stopping you. And then you played round 3 really well, and you were willing to go to sudden death with Jake, which shows a lot of moxie in my opinion. How you feeling about the win?
I think, I am really happy with how I did in round 1, hitting what I wanted to hit. I'm a little the fork. I had fork in my head, and that was the only one that I didn't write down that I should have. But other than that, yes, it's the 3rd match in a row that I spin Star Wars. It's like,
yeah. Some people get stuck with opponent's choice.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm happy. It's great to have a win again in singles without Joe like telling me the answers, because that's usually what he does when we play as a team, and make me look good. But yeah, I'm just excited to continue. This is exhilarating.
Speaking of, I happen to know who your next opponent will be. On track to a title, actually.
Oh.
If you beat this next person, you will be in a #1 contenders match to play for the title. This next person, though, is one Kaleb Koho. Thoughts about that match?
Sure. I don't have beef with Koho, so I have. It's always fun to play Koho. I have played him a few times, and yeah, I think I'm still ahead on the overall David P. Koho. I think, but yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to it. Congratulations on the win today, David. You played great. We will see you next time for sure. Tim, take us home.
Yeah, great match. Jake made it really exciting there in the end, but it looked like he was kind of down on himself and not really wanting to, have that motivation. Robert was a great manager there to pep him up, and he made it to the final question. And just, Disney live action is such a fucking wild category to begin with, and just nuts. And so sometimes you got to take the shot on it, and it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. And if it was any other category, we could be going to sudden death right now. You never know. So it was a great match, but David really showing how strong he is and how good of a champion he is, because another win under his belt. And I'm looking forward to Koho v. David, because Koho is a little prick that gets under your skin. So we'll see what happens. But it's going to be interesting. Very much looking forward to everything coming up for these guys. So that's going to do it for us today at Fandom Fights. Thanks so much for watching this match. We'll see you real soon with the next one. Until then, take care.
We are so glad you came. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Bye. Bye-bye. Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. Are they all gone? Is everybody gone? Huh? Good.